I'm a big fan of. We've got some novels. Games like XCOM, both the original and also the recent Firaxis reboots. I'm looking forward to games like Phoenix Point and stuff like that. So I'm not fantastic at the genre, but I like it. Oh, I just realised I left up the blurb. Terrible player for this game. That's alright. Well, maybe I'm not as bad at this game as I am.
Another day, another mission, risking our necks for the Ark. You know, I ask myself, Dux, why are you out here? And
you know why. The Ark's water pump is broken again, and Hammond said he needs more scrap to fix it.
Yeah, well, we'd do it a lot better if he'd sent us somewhere with actual scrap to find.
Why do you have to be so annoying? Come on, we gotta head back before Prep closes for the night.
So I haven't actually played the role-playing game that this system is based on. But having played this game, I'm quite interested because the setting is, okay, it's post-apocalyptic, so it's a bit generic in that sense.
Trust me, I'm not annoying.
Shut the hell up.
Want to see annoying? I can show you annoying.
What's wrong with you? We're in the zone. Keep your eyes open and...
Mouth shut. Yeah, you only told me that 9,000 times already, Borman.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to talk over the voiceovers because I figured people want to hear them. If you're watching this to see if you'd like the game or not, then I'll try and keep quiet at the important parts.
Stay put. Hey, follow me.
So there's certain things you can do. You have a torch, which is your kind of lets you run around faster, and you have better visibility. You turn the torch off, you're actually in the stealth mode, and you move more slowly, and you can't be seen as easily by the enemies. What I'm hoping to do on this play, because I just played through, I'm hoping to apply what I learned.
Look at this. Beautiful. Just beautiful. This scrap's gonna make us heroes back at the Ark.
So yeah, that's the other thing as well. In theory, torchlight illuminates or highlights scrap. However, because of geometry or models overlapping, it doesn't always. So you'll see me running around the levels a lot, trying to cover every single inch just to see if I can find some extra scrap.
Stalkers, tight muscles, good meat. I smell them too. Where there's stalkers, there's
so you see that's like the attention circle. That's what they can see. So they can be looking directly at you as long as you're outside this circle, then they can't see you. When you turn off the light, the circle shrinks. So the perception is increased by you running around, obviously shining your lights everywhere. It's a bit artificial, but it works quite well because of the angle of the game, and you're not looking at first through the character's eyes. You wouldn't be able to tell exactly where people were looking, so it's quite it works well. What I need to do
stay put
is just separate my guys. So what I did there was I pressed stealth 3, and that allows me to separately control the characters. Let's see how I'm going to do this. What you can kind of do quickly is so he did see me. What you can do sometimes is just sneak in and press. If you press hide quickly enough, they can't see you. So it's saying I've not been spotted, but yeah, I can see that he's spotted me. You spotted Borman. I thought Borman was hiding. Okay, maybe you got very close. Let's see. You have 2 weapons. You have your, well, I can't change them right now, but I have a scattergun and a pistol. The scattergun is more powerful. Not by much at this point. So similar to XCOM, you have the the commands at the bottom. You have movement, weapon firing, grenade. When you can reload the weapon, then you have a reload option as well. You have Overwatch, and you have kind of Hunger Down. So I'm just going to kill him with bombing. And that will alert the other guy, because I used a loud weapon. Anyway, so what I was saying before was that I can't remember if I turned on the option to heal automatically after
Overwatch.
After combat. Let me just see it. I didn't manage to.
Figured out how to use that thing.
Let me just see if I have the option here. I don't know. I don't know why I'm still in combat. Shouldn't be. Okay, there we go. For some reason I had an extra turn.
You're getting closer.
There are a couple of bugs.
Something's up, Borman.
In the game, but not very many. I once got stuck on a piece of geometry, and when I was hiding, it wouldn't let me reselect the player. But then I hit everyone and was able to get back again. Yeah, so this run through, I want to try
We saw one of these things once, filled with zone dogs, right? Oof. The ancients sure knew how to build big pieces of garbage.
Yeah, I'm probably doing the wrong thing here by trying to talk over the game at the beginning, where it has most of the Yeah, so I want to try and get an Iron Man run, and also want to try and hit the achievements for upgrading everyone's weapons, and also for the abilities as well. Because mutations. That's what I meant to say. Mutations. So if you upgrade this whole skill tree for all the characters, which you can do at the same time because they all have the same number of points earned per kill, then there's an achievement for that. And there's only a limited amount of points you can get, I think, and in my last game I didn't manage. I filled this stats bar up, and that meant that I had only a few points remaining. Either I had more people I could kill somewhere, couldn't remember where they were, but I didn't find them. So I don't think there's enough scrap or weapon parts to be able to actually complete everything in one playthrough. It's possible, I guess, but I don't think so. You can see in the top right hand corner of the screen that you have your kind of resources. So your scrap is on the left. You have artifacts, which is the thing with the kind of orange dots next to it. Then you have medkits, and then you have weapon parts.
Hold it, ghouls. I don't like the look of that big one. We have to be sneaky. Okay, here's the plan. We turn off our lights, then hug the water, go around them.
So all this is, the tutorial is just saying that these guys are way out of my league.
I will whip off their tiny stalker arms and beat their faces till they die! Faces too ugly to beat. No one loves a stalker. Give me the stalkers. Let them come. Where are you? Orcs don't even love stalkers.
I think the tutorial works quite well. It's quite short like that. the other thing that's quite funny is that those two ghouls are so memorable that even right up to the end of the game, until I got very high level, I was still thinking about going back and killing them all the time. So, yeah, I guess insulting my face was not the correct thing for them to do. They should have been more polite. At least they didn't say anything about my mother, so...
Home, sweet home.
Oh, I'm gonna kiss that elevator when I see it. Get upstairs, take a bath, get a grog with the boys, get another grog with the boys, foot massage. Oh, it's gonna be great.
I actually think the game is actually very pretty. I really like the art style, and I think the presentation is really good as well. I mean, having your characters become orange when you're behind models or geometry is very useful, and even when you're off screen, you split up when you're exploring, you see exactly where they are from the off screen.
Come on.
And the pathfinding is pretty good as well. They made a good compromise.
Let's split up.
If you're close, then the other person will, or the other character will run to you. If you're far away, they will immediately teleport to you. And that I think is the best of both worlds. You don't end up with characters getting stuck on anything.
Over here.
All of a sudden appear next to you like that. And another thing as well is when you're in a tight quarters, I don't think I can really show it here, but the AI is good enough, well, if you can call this AI, but the algorithm is good enough, the behavioural algorithm is good enough that when you run towards them, they give you space to walk past them. You can't physically walk past them because they are physical objects.
Get your asses over here.
When you're working together, when you're walking around together, then they will move up the way. Which, yeah. I think the developers did a very good job. What's interesting is that the development house doesn't seem to be massive, but it seems like they outsourced lots of the art work, art generation to other companies. Looking at the credits, and I think that seems to have worked out really well. It means that it kept the head count down and the quality high, so it's pretty impressive for, I think, a small studio. Okay, yeah, sorry I'm running around. I just really want to collect all the scrap and tools and weapon parts I can, because the sooner I can upgrade my weapons and things, the better. The other thing you can see in the top left, resource-wise, is my experience. As I kind of said before, it's on the left, the top left of both the character portraits. It's a single bar. Characters level up at the same time. So your level is kind of, I guess... Let me just stop.
There's a cabin up ahead. Definitely feel a ghoul vibe coming off of it.
So we run in, guns blazing?
Too dangerous. If we're sneaky, we can get into a good position. A good position keeps us alive. Turn off your flashlight.
So yeah, so this is basically the core loop of the game. You sneak in, and ideally, and this is I think the best tactic that I was able to come up with as I was learning the game and getting better at it, is you don't engage multiple enemies at the same time as much as possible. I think that is probably the game's biggest failing. I know it's probably the intended gameplay, but by the end of the game, even though I was more powerful and able to take on groups...
Hungry! I guess we take the Ark. Taste the mutants. Love me some mutants. Here we go! Rip their hearts. Crush their... Hey! Hear that? Hear that noise? I hear my stomach. Hungry! Kill!
Yeah, if you're trying to take on enemies as a group, once you start getting the abilities and skills to kind of take them on silently, then you're doing it wrong. In my opinion, the game isn't really massively balanced around that kind of play. Let me just get this chest quickly. I have to remember. I know. Yeah. So I'm going to swap this out for the gaper. It's a damage. Don't have any armor. I don't have any headgear. The backpack is just your inventory for random bits and pieces which are not in any of the other slots. You have grenades. You can see at the moment I have one Molotov and one smoke grenade. And actually, I think that's one of the things on my first playthrough I didn't do enough of. I didn't use the items enough. Although that was mostly because most of the game I spent picking off enemies singly.
Sorry about that.
And now I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you, okay, let me look, yeah. I'm going to show you one of the biggest flaws of the game, which it's not a big flaw, but it's incredible how it's overlooked. So I'm currently sneaking now with my flashlights off. Oh no, it didn't, it's because he's not. Okay. I don't know why, because I didn't fire. I know why, because he didn't fire. If he'd been not hiding. When you finish an encounter and say you've used both your characters and they're not hiding anymore, if you switch to the other character, then they will start with their flashlight out, and that could lead to you being discovered.
Hey, follow me.
And breaking your stealth. I can't remember if there's a fourth guy out here. Could have sworn there was. Maybe not.
Stay back.
One of the nice things, obviously because you're switching between turn-based and free movements, one of the nice things you can do is you can exit combat anytime you want, as long as you haven't been discovered. Obviously once you engage, you can't backtrack. Things like just happened then. Things like criticals can be increased by being at higher elevations. Also, your shot chance. Your shot chance can also be increased as well. So, I'm gonna try shooting.
Come on.
Okay, good. Now I'll find out if I toggle the option to recover health after encounters or not.
Sleep it off.
That was awesome.
I did, because even though I love the game, I think if you have to
stay put. Split up. Follow me.
He's hiding as well. If if you have to heal after every encounter, then the game is super, super hard. I don't know if you could actually find enough scrap to upgrade things. I'm not that hardcore. This is the first artifact. The developers tried to write some funny remarks of
Look
how
at this beauty.
people in the future would
Ancients left a
understand
lot of ugly
tech.
junk behind, but once in a while you see something like this. Wonder what these buttons are for.
I wouldn't touch it if I were you. I'm not kidding around. Lay off the buttons.
What's up your butt?
That's a bomb, all right. They used to call it a boombox. Touch that red button, and it goes boom.
Don't be pretending you know what any of this crap is. We'll bring it back to the Ark and show it to Prip. Ask him what it's worth on the black market.
So yeah, they did descriptions of the artifices of the Ark for each item. Quite interesting, if not funny. I appreciated that attention to detail. But I can't spoil the end of the game, so I'm going to. I won't say what I was about to say. Let me just say, I can say one thing. The timeline of the game is a bit muddied for me. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm missing something.
Of course the world ends. You did it to us. When the ice melted, you said nothing. When the plague spread, you did nothing. When the nukes dropped, you became nothing. At least that's what the Elder says. But cheer up. You'll be happy to know that despite your mistakes, life remains. In a small settlement high above a raging river, people are living and thriving. We call it the Ark. The Ark is humanity's last outpost, a lonely island in an ocean of chaos. Within these walls, we help each other create a new civilization on the ruins of the old one, with the guidance of our leader, the Elder. The Elder tells us we're safe as long as we never leave, because outside these walls lies the Zone, the never-ending wasteland. A mass grave spanning the planet, littered with your crumbling monuments to your hubris and arrogance. What the Elder chooses not to tell us is our food and water supplies are running dangerously low. That's why he relies on stalkers, adventurers who leave the Ark, explore the Zone, and scavenge for precious resources. Stalkers are tough enough to resist the rot, and they got the smarts and the firepower to keep the Zone ghouls at bay. Stalkers have to be more than human. That's me, Mr. More Than Human, aka a mutant. I look weird to you, but hey, you look weird to me. So let's leave it at that. If the Stalkers come back from the Zone alive, the Ark survives another day. If the Stalkers don't come back, the legacy of mankind will be lost forever. At least, that's what the Elder says.
So that doesn't really make sense, because he just said that all stalkers are mutants, but there's only, I think, 5 or 6 mutants in the game, so it's like, or at least that we see. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how the Ark's still alive, and we're not collecting any water, that's for sure. and they're over a river, so
Home sweet home.
okay, the river's polluted,
The elevator's
and
up
they're
ahead.
screwed either way. That's another thing you can do as well. You can see where the exits of the level are and the objectives are. So that's quite useful.
Whoa, hold up. Got two ghouls hiding over there. Think they want to hitch a ride on our elevator. Forget that. Let's sneak around and see if there's any others.
I don't know why, I just prefer Ducks to Borman. I think Borman's voice is really cool, but somehow I know he can't be, but he feels slower than Ducks. But I'm going to switch to Ducks because to Borman because, as I said, I ran with Ducks as my main exploring guy last time, so all the voiceovers were from him. This time I'm going to try and switch it up and do different characters. Don't know exactly how long the game is. I can't say. I can't say. I should spell my mutation points. I think at this point, I never actually used the Joker ability. I think early in the game, it's not very useful because you both have similar health pools, which you can see with these green little dots here, or green squares, I should say. Let's go. Well, I have to get this one. This is 4 points. Ah, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get one of this. Which is an increase in critical for reduction accuracy and the health, because Dux doesn't have too many health points. Yeah, I don't think there are many interesting choices on the mutations skill trees. I think the most useful one is probably the disable mechanical enemy, combined with the boar rush, hog rush, sorry. The hog rush is a stealthy move, and you combine that with the stealth weapons, and you basically can win the game like with that combination. It's very powerful. There's the exit of the level. Well, there's the exit to the arc, anyway. I have a question. I wonder how they got all the stuff up on the middle of the bridge. Because if they use this hoist to get up and down, that's only after they've built everything up there in the first place and looked the machinery up and stuff like that. In a post-apocalypse, I'm not sure that makes much sense. But it's a cool concept anyway. So I'll give him benefits. Ah, good. Armor. Yeah, this is important at this point in the game, because, as I said, I don't have stealth weapons for every character. I don't have lots of health, so engaging in these enemies is risky. You can see here as well. There's a single guy by himself, standing outside the awareness circle of the other guy. So that means I can actually engage him. Oh, he's or knocked into the circle, then he will be alerting the other guy
I got this one.
So let's engage. Oh, I didn't get bug rush. I got one gun. Haha. So I'm actually going to just kill him.
Serves you right.
There we go.
Over here.
Obviously wasn't thinking. So this guy right there. This guy goes right here. Wait for him to come back. Yeah. That's close enough. Okay, I didn't.
Get your asses over here.
Yeah, the little kind of celebratory blurbs they have when they kill people, they're not super original, but they don't get old, which is okay. It's good. It's better to be not annoying than anything else. If you want to read those things, you can just pause the replay later on. I'm not going to bother reading them right now. So I'm going to actually add the range to this hat. Adds 25% range to the weapons. You can see the armor gives him 1 armor and 2 health. And the reason why I'm giving it to Bormin is because the range on Dux's weapon is actually the same, isn't it? It's both the same. Ah, cool. Yes, okay, without the thing you can see it's short. Okay. Right. Find you. Okay, it's a bit far away. Oh yeah, and it's really funny, you just kind of drop off buildings. I think maybe they couldn't think of a better way of handling it, and they made it kind of comical on purpose. So here I have 2 guys. One of them I can kill in 1 shot, and the other guy I think I can't.
Box opens. We go in the box. Box goes in the Ark. We take their food, we take their guns. Mutants in the Ark. Too many. Mutants are weak. We kill some fast, we kill some slow. But we kill them all. Box is coming. We kill them all.
So the first time I engaged these guys, the first playthrough, I didn't really know what I was doing. Oh no! Damn it. Did not go well. Let's kill this guy. I threw my Molotov at them, and then I killed one of them. And that really was the wrong thing to do. Ideally, I would have made that first shot, and then I would have killed him. This works as well.
Got.
The reason why I'm switching now is because So you have 2 actions per turn, unless some actions end your turn, like the firing weapon. And if I had reloaded my crossbow, I'd have lost the ability to kill him. I would have had a very low chance of hitting him.
Sorry about that.
You did it, kid.
Alright, now, so I'm in stealth. I want to switch to Bormin, now he's got his light out, so, which is
Hey, over here.
quite annoying, because if you're trying to keep stealthy, then you can be accidentally exposed. Especially if there's robots around, which you'll see later on. Yeah, robots early in the game are like the bane of your life, because they really are quite difficult to take out.
The Elder meets us at the elevator. He says he doesn't have a second to lose. The mission's too important. Our mission, he says, is a man. And that man is Hammond. Everyone in the Ark knows Hammond, respects him. He's our lead, gearhead, going farther into the zone than anybody else, bringing back the machines that help us survive. He knows how to keep those machines running, how to fix them when they fall apart. Hammond keeps the Ark's heart beating.
This is
The
where
Elder says 3 nights ago Hammond took his team of stalkers and headed north, not telling anyone why. They haven't come back. I've never seen the Elder this shaken before. It scares me. He tells us Hammond has a remote cabin in the north that could yield some clues to his location. Me and Ducks never patrolled that far before, but the Elder says he has faith in us. He believes in us. So, this mission we accept. Go to Hammond's cabin, search for clues, then find Hammond and bring him back alive. The fate of the Ark depends on it.
So yeah, I like the comic book style little sequences like that. I think they're quite well scripted and presented. Okay, so you got some 4 different places to go. You have a vendor, you have a weapons upgrader, and basically the cheat section of the game.
After a killer day in the zone, you know you can always come to Prips for some high-quality grog. You want to get loaded? Order a shot. No butane, no bleach, only natural ingredients. I also dabble in a little antiquity trading. So if you find any cool artifacts out in the wasteland, bring them to me and I'll give you something in return. Comprende?
So yeah, this is the place where you come to make your game easier. So you have things like and this is, I'll get into this in a sec. Yeah, so you have things like an extra grenade slot or 20% discount in Iridia's shop, vendor's shop. You know, more fire damage to Molotovs per turn, etc., etc. I mean, they're actually really. I mean, the useful ones are the one 10% chance against mechanical, and then 10% against living creatures. Yeah, I really was. But yeah, let me explain this. So, when you're killed, you don't actually die. You have a bleed out time, and that's always. In XCOM, sometimes you get a bleed out, sometimes you don't. In this game, you always have bleed outs. The problem is, and I had the same problem in XCOM. It says 2 turns, but it means that includes the turn you're currently on. which I think is so wrong. I don't know why the developers do this. So when you bleed out, and you only have 3 characters maximum at a time in this game, so you don't have so many options. But it means that on the same turn that you're knocked down, you lose one of the... It counts that as the first turn. So you actually have really one turn to...
Have a swell time out there.
do something about it. Actually, I'm gonna spend my artifact now because
Pull up a stool, stalkers.
that's actually really useful, especially because I'm trying to do the Iron Man or Iron Mutant, I should say.
But I'm married to this bar.
But the yeah, so Hammond, the guy we have to find, he's not a mutant, but before he goes, I'm not sure, like, how does that work? I thought all stalkers were mutants, and he went.
Want to know how this
so
goes down?
Is it
For
safe
the
to
right
go
price,
out
I
or not?
fix and
I don't know.
upgrade your shitty gear. Any questions?
No. No questions. However, I would like to upgrade my stealth. So yeah, I'm going to upgrade this weapon as soon as possible because this is going to be one of my main tools. So you can see I use my weapon parts over here. So you can see, I mean, these little guns aren't really worth anything. But I'm not gonna. How much did I smash them for? 11. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm not sure if I get another one.
Bye.
Let me check the radio shop.
You know the drill. Stalkers want gear that keeps them alive. I, Iridia, provide the gear. See anything you like, just let me know. There is one rule. Don't ever pull my chain. If you pull my chain, I'll feed your ding-dongs to a zone wolf. Got that? Beautiful. Happy shopping.
No, I don't think we do. Okay, so
Safe travels.
I'm not gonna dismantle my other one just yet because I said I want to
what can I
upgrade
help
all
you
the
with?
weapons I possibly can.
Keep your
Okay.
head screwed on.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swap these two because Bowman needs to have a better weapon than that one. So base damage 6, and this one's 5. Crit's the same, and the weapon range is obviously improved. Okay, the percentage crit chance is worse, but that's okay. That's fine for the time being. Okay, very good. Let's go meet the elder.
My home will always be a haven to you, brave stalkers. After your journeys, pay me a visit, and I'll offer you some guidance, perhaps a story, to help you become wise and strong.
This is the kind of the leader of the settlement, and he gives you most of the exposition with regards to the backstory in the game. This is where like the timelines kind of don't really make sense. So they have blood bags. I mean, you can't keep blood that long. I don't. I don't know. I don't know where, like, he got them from. You know, you can't freeze them properly. He couldn't keep them for years and years and years. So I don't know how long the world has been destroyed. But from the overgrowth and everything else in the zone, it seems like a long time. And even the fact that people have forgotten what things do. The other thing I just realised in this screen, which I didn't ever see during the game, is that the above the left, sorry, his right shoulder on the left of the screen at the top, the readout of that monitor is actually stretched above the monitor. That's quite funny.
Survive and persevere.
Okay, let's just go straight out and doing things. If you haven't been to a place, I don't think. Oh, I can travel there. Okay, for some reason this is highlighted, so I don't have to go back through this arc outskirts. You can just travel directly to different places, and even when you're within a place, you can travel directly somewhere else as well. So that's quite useful. Because the arc is where you upgrade everything except for your skills, so it's quite useful to be able to jump back and buy things or install modifications on weapons.
Thanks for signing me up back there, you crazy pig. Yes, Mr. Elder. Sign us up for a suicide mission, Mr. Elder. Did you forget there's like a cajillion ghouls out here who want to kill us?
Nobody gets to kill you but me now. Shut the duck up and keep moving.
I'm telling you, Borman, ain't no happy ending in this story.
Stalkers don't get happy endings. We get each other. So watch my back.
I heard something. There we go. These are zone dogs.
That had to hurt.
Not super difficult. Some balls you hurt me.
Got you.
That was awesome.
Especially, like I said before, if you get the enemy by themselves, then it's not a problem. I'm not worried about this other one in this game. You can't reach me in time. And what's nice about the game is it tells you what your chance to hit in the new location is. So you can see when I move to a new square, it gives me a line of sight. So who I can see and who can shoot and what the chance would be. Although I did find one time when I did that, it didn't work, but normally I just ignore it. But yeah, you can see even with the sprinting, you can see when you're blocked. So if I come here, it's telling me 100%. Maybe if I go over here, 50%. Out of range, there we go.
Bye-bye.
Good stuff.
Yeah, when you exit combat, your weapons are automatically reloaded.
Get your asses over here.
Unfortunately,
Long-gone campsite, like hundreds of others across the zone. Filled with the ghosts of humans who were foolish enough to try to survive out here. At least, that's what the Elder says.
yeah, I don't get this whole thing. I don't understand how they got the arc up and running. Anyway, but yeah, these are skeletons. These are people. Like so, somehow everyone's like a skeleton who's been killed. So it seems like a long time, but not super long. And zone dogs have had time to evolve. So there are obviously mutations happening because of the radioactive fallout and stuff like that. So it would take a long time. It's not like you're talking hundreds of years. Which
We should check Hammond's cabin like the Elder asked us to.
Okay. To get new species and adaptations and stuff like that. So I don't know how the zone dogs managed to evolve. Unless they're just normal dogs and they just look really crappy. But even as you'll see later on, they have psychic humans, so which I guess technically mutants as well. But yeah, so people have had time to evolve, and even the fact that people have forgotten what things do and stuff like that gives the indication a long time has happened.
Hammond's cabin. Let me guess. That's not Hammond inside. Him. Ghouls.
We takes everything, but there are no secrets. Where are the secrets?
The ones in the north will catch Hammond and squeeze the secrets from his head.
Hammond will tell us what the junk is for.
The junk is for us. All of it.
You can see him just waiting until he's outside of the circle of awareness of the other guy. So push this guy.
Get your asses over here.
And what you'll find is in an engagement, your primary weapon, this first one, is the one you selected first. I'm going to save it for Hog Rush. Ducks, I'm just going to get more.
Let's split up.
I can't make that.
Come on.
Let's see, so these two guys. This guy, this shaman, or shaman, however you want to say it. You have to be careful with them because they summon in reinforcements. And the first time I did this engagement, I didn't kill him first, and or I didn't manage to kill him entirely. And he summoned in 3 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can't. Let's see. This does 5 damage, this does 5 with a critical 8, this does 6 damage. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we should be able to kill him. Let's try it this way. I didn't actually press hide there, but he did. Because in the free roam portion of the game you're able to walk anywhere. When you enter combat, there's obviously an underlying grid which the AI attaches itself to in whichever way is appropriate. So I'm actually going to move forward here because I don't want to accidentally miss. And also I want to get into a position where I have cover from the other guy.
Bingo.
Okay, that will do.
Enough!
Sweet. You wasted him.
It's a good question. I don't know whether the experience is per kill or per encounter. I should check that out, just because if it is per kill, then actually it's in your interest to invite more enemies to the battlefield. Yeah, it's a good question. Destroy his cover, kill him.
I did that. What do you think about that? Huh?
Sorry, Hammond. You didn't need that camera anyway. I mean, you can live in the Ark, right?
Bullseye!
I owe you a grog. That was amazing.
Actually, what you find is when you revisit areas,
hey, follow me.
Everything, all the level geometry is reloaded. So even if you destroy it, and I actually really appreciate the fact that a lot of the level geometry is destructible.
This is Hammond's Far Looker. Let's bring it back to prep before the ghouls take it.
That name is all wrong. It should be a smallifier, because when I looked into it, everything became smaller and more distant.
Amazing what the ancients could make.
Pretty sure that when you look into the other end of a telescope, you can't see anything, because the focal point of the lenses is not where your eye is.
Zone ghouls stripped this cabin clean. Almost everything useful was gone. But it's a good thing ghouls can't read. They ignored the diary hidden inside Hammond's desk. Me and Dux aren't big readers either. But we look for answers in the diary. And all we get is more questions. Hammond writes how he found the crashed machine near his cabin. He's convinced the machine was sent as a message from a mythical place beyond the zone called Eden, where everybody's happy and safe. When Hammond sees another machine fall north of here, he takes his stalker crew up there to find it. I close the diary. Here's the problem. Eden's a fairy tale. Some bedtime story mutants believe in, so they can get to sleep at night. So either Hammond is onto something, or his brain's got the rot, and he's about to kill a bunch of good stalkers. Guess we gotta find out. Me and Dux have to go north. Farther from home than we've ever been. It's dangerous. Dux thinks I'm crazy to press on. I don't disagree with him.
So yeah, it happened again. He says it's something that mutants.
I don't care about some stupid Eden. But we need to find Hammond. If he's going north, we're going north.
If he's going north, that makes him a grade A certified loony. No one goes up there, Borman. And what's with those two stalkers he took with him? They should know better.
They're following orders, just like us. The Ark can't run without Hammond, so we're bringing him back. Especially with ghoul packs coming this far south. Wonder what they're planning.
Ghouls are too dumb to plan. Someone's pushing them down here. I feel it in my feathers.
So yeah, that's the crazy thing. So Eden is a place that mutants dream of, but there's only 6 mutants, so it's like the game can't decide whether there's lots of mutants or not. That's really funny. But yeah, and I don't quite understand why these ships are crashing like now. Was it in orbit? It doesn't look like it was in orbit. It wasn't shot down or anything.
Wow, whoa, check this thing out. It must have crashed. Look at this symbol on the side, it's like a star.
Never been this deep into the zone before. Bet you a pitcher of grog there's ghouls out here. They're everywhere. Look alive. We got company. Wait. That's a stalker. One of Hammond's.
So the dialogue is slightly different. Dux says she's a mutant of his dreams or something. And he's like, no, I know that mutant. It's a shame you can't kind of get the voiceovers for each of the characters for every one of those things, because it only takes into account the one you're leading. So I doubt I'll play through the game 5 times, but you never know.
Stay right there. Who are you?
You're Selma, right? You're a mutant like us, on Hammond's team.
Do I owe you money?
No.
Did I kill your brother?
No.
Then Selma I am. Who are you?
I'm Dux, and he's Borman. Hello? Like the only walking duck and boar in the whole ark? Come on.
That's funny. I think you've mistaken me for someone who gives a duck. I've got to catch up to Hammond before it's too late.
You're part of Hammond's crew. How did you get separated?
It was weird. We were all hearing strange voices. Not from the zone. In our heads. And that's when the ghouls ambushed us. After the fight, I was somehow blinded, paralyzed. I could barely move. I told Hammond I'd catch up to him when it wore off. 2 long, rough days. But I'm better now. He headed up north to a crash site to find some metal ship. Says it was sent from...
Eden, I know. Do you believe him?
If Hammond thinks there's an Eden, there's an Eden. Believe me. You guys are trying to find him too? And we can work together.
This is insane. You want to go more north? Into Ghoul Central? They'll kill us.
A lot of ghouls have tried to kill me, but I'm still here. So, am I part of your team or what?
Yeah, you're the 3rd player. And this is, so, like, yeah, I know they tried to lampshade that a little bit there, but it's like, it's really weird how the arc is super small. There is no way that they wouldn't know each other, and stalkers know each other because they're the same kind of profession. Like, you would know each other. It's so weird. I don't have anything for her. For the time being, I'm just going to leave her with that. And what I will do is get something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll do that. So at this point, health is really important, and these. Well, I could have got the jump and the vines, but I don't think it's going to be as useful. Yeah, if
wait here. Come on.
No. If the outline of the awareness circle is white, and it means you can't be detected by walking through it. If it's dashed, it means they're above you, or maybe below you as well. I'm not sure what they're below. I have to check on that. But definitely above you.
Look at this. Some sort of path through the forest. Hard to notice.
Is it? Oh. I missed that the first time. I didn't hear that while I was exploring the first time.
gonna have one hell of a flea market with this junk. Look at these weird machines. Where do you think they come from?
I sworn there was more weapon parts in here.
Break up.
See, I managed to hide them before I got into my area of. Oh, what? Ducks! That's supposed to be my go-to guy. That's okay. Make up for it.
Stay down!
Swing a takedown.
Quite sure what the distance is on enemy hearing. But certainly some enemy types have better hearing than others.
Gotcha.
I hated that
I think
ass.
zone dogs have better hearing than humans. It makes sense. Or ghouls.
Follow me. Elder Almighty, I've seen some crazy shit in the zone, but this takes the bullet. This house must have belonged to some small people. I mean, small. That is just the weirdest.
Map. Well, I could try and do that first. Because the way I did this game originally is I took on the group that were higher above me first, and I really struggled with that fight. In fact, I had a Iron Mutants playthrough originally, and yeah, that did not go well. Let's just say I went onto normal mode, and I went onto non-Iron Mutants after that experience. But now I have a better understanding of the game mechanics and stuff, and I'm feeling more confident now. I actually think they did quite a decent job of balancing exploration and map size as well. I mean, it would get quite fatiguing if the maps were super huge.
So I was talking to Iridia, and she told me about this ancient machine she had seen out in the zone, not too far from here. She said it looked like it had fallen from the sky, crashed into the ground, and it spread more than enough scrap around for us.
If they were too small, then it would be really boring, and not interesting to move around in. And they've done a decent job balancing size and kind of emptiness or lack thereof.
just walked into the wrong goddamn crash site. Ghouls.
I have enough. 4 points, 4 points.
Split up.
That's alright. Let's stick in here. Let's do this way instead. I'll have to use backup just in case.
Bye-bye.
I just need one more experience point just so I can get the hog rush. Once I get the hog rush, then I'll feel more confident in taking on these guys.
We got to get this stuff back to the lair before Grey One knows we're gone. Look at these things. We are heroes. Grey One will love us, make us her favorites. Grey One is our leader, not our friend. She sees these goodies, she takes them, kills us. Ah, stick it up your nose hole. Grey One is a weak old hag.
Oh, yes, I can see that it's dashed.
Did you hear that? I'm sorry, Grey One.
Can go around with these doing the circuits. Good to know. Because I want to get what's inside here. So I'm just going to camp out here and wait for him to come back, and I can ambush him, take him on.
dick wipe.
And what I'm going to do is, because I want to try and kill everyone in one go, I'm going to try and crit it with my ability. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
So what that was just explaining was that when you use an ability, you have a cooldown within the same encounter. So once the encounter is over, it recharges. So you are really rewarded for taking on enemies in a stealthy way, one at a time, because you can use your abilities on each encounter. I remember there was a guy walking over here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. But what I do know is that somewhere over here. Oh, here he is. Okay, he's coming.
Wait here.
Okay. You go there. You go over here. I think he may actually not come this far. That's why I didn't see him. The problem we have here is that just on the left of the head there is our first robotic enemy, and he runs over and heals this guy if you knock him out too close to knock him down.
Nighty night.
Seems like I was lucky.
Over here.
This is where the non-hardcore player in me is twitching to just hit the save button.
Wait here.
Unfortunately, I can't do that. So I have an issue here. We have.
Let me ask you guys something. Is that a metal man working in there? Like a man made out of metal?
We have the medbot over there, and then we have a marauder, pyro, and 2 zone dogs. Now, I don't. And also the leader as well. So ideally, I want to kill this medbot. So you have the chief over here. Has a lot of hit points. I did level up. Okay. Excellent. I should be able to hog rush now. Okay. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Can't do anything with that just yet. That's good. What I should do... Oh, that's fine. best thing to do is to approach them.
Hey guys, come here.
Maybe from the other side. Kill the marauder first. Oh no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push him from up here. This way I can attack the chief, knock him down. Maybe I'll kill the Zundogs. Yeah, it's
break up.
These first couple of encounters aren't so easy. Oh, but I didn't do. Let's get rid of this. Get this one. We don't have any army yet.
Get your asses over here. I got this one.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that butcher first because the melee guys automatically hit you basically once they get into range. So having 3 melee is a bit more dangerous than the other guys.
Stay put.
I'm the death-dealing, soul-stealing, stalking machine, baby.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fire at the back end. Or shall I? No, let's do that. So that makes them damaging 3 enemies at the same time. I'm not going to fog rush. That's a good question. Ideally, I should get rid of this pyro. Let's fog rush this pyro. Because early in the game when you have low health and you don't have, you're on fire, that's a big problem.
Stalkers!
Personal injury detected. Care provider, please refrain from harmful behavior. Would you like a flyer?
Right, so I have to be smart about this. So Borman, let's move out of the way. Let's put you over here. All of them. I don't think the medbot heals the dog.
One of us is down!
The question I have though is whether I think once he gets up, if he gets up next turn, then I'm screwed. So ideally I'm going to run and gun. So I think I can get behind cover. Let's see. Or maybe not. At least I can get away from these guys. It's a shame. Okay, let's run and gun. You can see where all this excellent extra health really comes in handy.
Killing again.
Yes, thank you very much.
Get that annoying freak! No sweat on it!
Ah, good. Later on, they actually have specific calls for each mutant, and you, I think for some reason didn't use it then. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to heal, or shall I? Let's kill him.
He's lying
Not so bad.
I'm just going to kill this pyro because I really don't want him getting back up again.
Injury analysis.
So yeah, and you have to be careful of that when you kill pyros as well.
Personal injury detective can provide on approach threat. Don't step into the light. I'm on my. You have killing.
Okay, this is going to be dangerous.
No time for rest now.
Kill you dead!
So I actually need to really deal with this situation.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Now Selma, go move here and kill the members. Because if he revives the boss, we're really screwed.
We knocked him over!
Yes, okay. Good. This is why you always equip 2 weapons as soon as you can. Although it seems to not have done very well there. Excellent. That went probably about as good as it could.
This guy looks a long way from home. Maybe he's one of the ancients sent down from the heavens to keep us from doing bad stuff, or whatever those ancients do.
Excellent. And this is one of the other reasons you should come down here before going the other way, is because you get your third silence weapon. Scrap. Broken gun, scrap. Excellent. I don't know why a stalker vest would be out here. In this place. I'm going to go with her because Dux is really the long range person. I think I have everything from this area. Let me just check it over here. Yep, looks like it's all done. I think that they did a good job on the sound effects as well. I mean, that flame guttering in like a wind is quite good. And even the people they got to do the voice acting. Overall, the quality of the game is very high. And the load times aren't particularly bad either. It's pretty good. Let's see what we have here.
I'm happy that you took on this mission to find Hammond. As you go deeper into the zone, questions will arise in your heads. You'll ask yourselves how this world became a wasteland. I'll tell you. A long time ago, a strange disease sprang up in a city not too far from here. A vicious disease. The eyes of the victims would go red. They would bleed from their ears. Hence its infamous nom de plume, the Red Plague. Within 40 years, the plague destroyed most of the human race. A quick rake of death, scraping across the face of the planet. It was nature's revenge. Revenge against the greed, the arrogance, the egos of humans who thought they were gods. We call these fools the Ancients. We don't worship the Ancients like the madman in the zone do. Because our salvation doesn't depend on false gods who live in the heavens. It doesn't depend on the mirage of paradise beyond the zone. Our salvation depends on us. Us means humans and mutants together. And as two of our resident mutants, I bet you wonder who you are. Where you come from. I wonder too. We all do. When I found you in the zone, you were shivering, naked, memories completely wiped. We took you in, taught you, and now you serve us as our hunters, our trackers, our warriors. We are indebted to you, stalkers. Never turn on each other. Hear me?
Okay, I will.
Thank you for letting this all...
So...
Hola, amigos!
I'll try that next, I think. I don't really need to buy anything from Iridia's shop yet. So I'm gonna just get this. That allows me to get the Technophobe as soon as possible.
Have a swell time out
And maybe
there.
the medkit improvements. Let's see.
Heard you met some of them ghouls in the weird outfits out there. They call them shamans or something. Their screams alert nearby ghouls and sends them running straight for you. Next time you see a shaman, shut him up before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, don't worry. I already got that little message. And 4. This is 5. And this is 4. I have enough to upgrade 2 of these. This is range. I think that was it, right? Nothing else. Okay.
Take it easy.
Good. I'm gonna get that next, I think, and then I can get this. And once I get this, then I have a much better chance of survivability later on. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna see what was it added to Iridia's ship. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. You know, I might actually buy a hand grenade. Mud kits I'm okay with. I think that's all I need to really worry about at the moment.
Safe travels.
Although an EMP grenade would make
My
life
favorite
easier.
stalkers.
So let me get rid
I
of
was later, Gator.
Okay. I never actually used one of the glow sticks. They increase the chance to hit on enemies. But I never had that much of a problem. The smoke grenades are actually more useful than I thought they would be, because they stop enemies from engaging with you at range. This can be very useful. But I didn't really learn to use them until later on in the game, so it's a bit of a shame. Missed opportunity.
Watch out for ghouls on the road.
So now I have 3 different silent weapons. Should be able to take out these guys relatively easily, although unless I get... Okay, I'm fine. Ooh. I couldn't quite see where he was going. Now walk away, go. There we go.
I'm going alone. Regroup.
No.
Split up.
Go here. Over there. And come here.
Stay down.
Yeah, wow!
Get your asses over here. Split up.
See, there's the damned medbots. Yay! This will make things a bit easier as well. The only question is, I don't know where to go
Hey,
first.
you on the truck? Ugly face. You see anything out there?
No, there's nothing out there. It's the zone.
There's quite
And
a lot
stop
of help.
calling me ugly face. Look at your face.
I can't look at my face, it's my face. Now put
Hey,
your eyes
follow
out
me.
there and look for intruders.
Break up.
Hopefully he'll walk a bit further forward so I can get him. No.
What made them leave all these machines here?
So if I'm lucky, I can probably get the Shannon down by himself. And this is where Hog Rush becomes super powerful. I now have basically 2 turns. To kill him. And it doesn't actually matter that
Now it's getting fun.
I was discovered then, because he was the one who discovered me. And since he's on the ground and he can't call out to his friends, then he's screwed.
You did it.
Although, See, I'm switching and quickly putting out the lights before they can respond. Okay, so this guy I can now take out. Unfortunately, I messed up a little bit. Got the medbot to see me, but it's okay. This way, he didn't manage to tell anyone that I was there, so I don't think, yeah, he didn't activate the third guy.
Oh, does that hurt?
Stone cold.
Okay. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to allow because... Oh no, I'm not going to change my mind. Now I'm going to allow. Aww. Ducks.
Injury detected. Approach vector calculate. Your injuries have been attended to. State further medical needs.
We've lost one!
Yes, you did, didn't you? You lost one.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Ah, it's that kind of game, is it? Where we're both all going on Overwatch. I'm just gonna have to take the hits.
Need you good.
Stay there.
Question I have is... Alright, let's go with it. The tendons don't come so useful later on in the game. You have a higher crit chance of this, so let's go with this one. Oh, okay. don't know why I did that. Never mind.
Nighty-night.
Not too shabby.
Get your asses over here.
Let's see what we have. Scrap, medkits. More scrap. I think that's it. Oh, so that went quite well.
Weird place for a mass grave. What were all these people doing?
Running away, I think. Maybe the Red Plague hit their town and they needed to evacuate.
Evacuating or stampeding over each other to be the first one out. Dumbass ancients.
It's kind of hard to criticize someone running away from something like a plague. I mean, evacuating and running to get be the first one out is kind of, well, kind of the same thing, isn't it? Really. I don't think I could second guess massive crowds of people like that. Unfortunately, people become very hysterical.
You know the stalkers we captured, right? Right? They ran away. I lost them.
You let the stalkers escape? The bobbleheads are gonna be mad at you. You better get them back.
I can't. The boat took them across the river.
And now the bobbleheads have the boat? But where's your boat? If you don't get those stalkers back, they'll shrink your brain.
So bobbleheads is not a euphemism. It's they actually do have bobbly heads.
Hey, over here. Wait here.
Look at those bodies. All trapped inside this tunnel. I wouldn't want to die like this.
Coming back. Hey, oh. Okay, the other way. Here we go. Actually, change my mind.
More?
serves you right.
They had it coming. Hey, follow me. Break up.
I think there's another guy here, maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, once you get Hog Rush, you can really take out a lot of single enemies. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. The only problem here is I was a bit far away when I engaged.
Who else wants some?
Over here. Wait here. I got this one.
I think probably the best thing to do is to get that pyro. Although my health is pretty good. Let's see.
Stay put.
Yeah, let's go with the pyro. I don't know if you can hear my stomach, it's it's rumbling, unfortunately. What I started at.
Is that all you got?
Don't step into the light. Personal injury detected. Care provider on approach vector.
Kill the stalkers!
This is one of the problems with those medical bots. So now this guy is going to run, I think, he's running to this guy over here. He's over here, I think, to revive him. I'll tell you what, let me... kill him with that. Oh, so stupid. is I'm going to use my... I should have used that last time. My skill to lock him in place with roots.
Happy to help.
Stung me with that one. I'm it.
Hi! Call me!
Great work!
Analysis in progress.
Okay, so this guy... I'm not going to use Foreman, because Foreman will get shredded by the guy when he wakes up.
You will be fit as a fiddle in no time.
Thanks.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
Damn it! That hurts.
First of all, needs a lock. A lock in place. I can't put it. And maybe this guy. Something over here.
Bingo. Injury figured out how to use that provider on approach. Don't step into the light. I'm on my way.
So, you have what's I haven't shown you yet, but one of the good things about the med packs is that you can use them on yourself, but you can also use them on other people as well, and you can choose where you stand when you're applying the med pack. So I'm actually going to heal Borman. Oh, Borman's not on fire anymore. He's actually okay. If he was still on fire, I would have healed him with ducks and then used Borman's higher weapon damage to damage this guy's medbots. I'm not being particularly tactical in terms of cover usage at the moment. It's not very important at this point in the game, especially when I'm taking on enemies like one-on-one.
Come on.
This was a weapon I never used last game. Well, maybe I will do this time. I'm pretty happy. I've only used one med pack so far.
A way out. Let's go.
I should have put the game on hard. Maybe that would have been more of a challenge. Although I wasn't confident of the Iron Mutant mode in that scenario. you can see that the AI was stuck then.
Hammond told me he wanted to cross a big body of water to get to a place called the House of Bones. He said the crash site was near there.
We're approaching what I think was probably one of the most difficult fights in the game for me, and it's because you meet your first bobblehead, as the ghouls call them, the telepaths. They're able to shoot lightning, and I'm not sure if this one can possess you, but other ones later on in the game can. My stomach doesn't shut up soon. I'm going to have to go eat something.
I keep looking for dead duck bodies, but I never see one. Are we the only mutants in the zone?
You're right. There are no mutants in the zone. I've been checking bodies ever since you mentioned it.
It's Judgment Day, sirs. Obey me, and your soul will be saved.
Ah! Making my head spin. Did you hear that? I heard the same voices when me and Hammond got ambushed.
So yeah, so they mention it again. So there's no mutants in the zone. Let's see. Yeah, the game still just cannot decide whether it's
ghouls popping up
there's more
everywhere.
mutants or not.
Check that guy out. You see him? Head like an infected mushroom. You think he's leading the ghouls?
Wait a minute. That's the guy who attacked me and Hammond. I think Hammond recognized him, but that was the last thing I remember.
He's one of the Nova sect. I heard stories about them. Bogeymen with big heads. Didn't think they were real. Bet he's real enough to take a bullet, though.
This is the boat? What an incredible piece of junk. At least it floats, right?
If I'm lucky, I can basically take on all of these guys.
Does that hurt?
Back off!
You're earning your scrap, kid.
Okay, follow me.
If I remember correctly, maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Pretty sure the butcher guy walks back over here. I can shoot him again. Oh, I didn't know the sound changed when you turn on the flashlights. Interesting. I thought I could. I'm sorry, I thought I could shoot them while they were walking back and forwards. I think only from. Only from the other side.
Gather on the ship, my children. Your destiny awaits. We believe, Reverend. We believe. Yeah!
It's alive.
Hear my voice within your heads. The Ark calls you ghouls, but you are beautiful. You are children of the ancients. Smite the unbelievers! Destroy the Ark! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Obey me. Obey me.
Break up.
I think probably not half the game. It's just learning the patterns of the where they walk, so you can get the best ambush spots. He's gonna.
Oh man, you are the shit.
Follow me.
Holy ancient power, feel my words inside you, taking control.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's way out of my ability. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save time. I'm going to go there and come back. Because that way I can travel directly there later on.
sinful. Give me your brain, so I may lead you into salvation.
Guess people were packing for a trip. Guess they didn't make it.
That's one of the good things about the game. They don't ever let audio cut out other audio. Except I think for combat. So you always hear, well, you most of the time you hear the full blurb.
Brain boys keep talking. Can't shut them out. Get them brain boys out my head. Suck it up, ghoul. When the masters find the sacred numbers, the zone will be cleansed. Cleansing better get here soon. Talking in my skull is making me crazy.
Okay, back me up.
Certainly the state of the environment, I don't mean the foliage, I mean the buildings, would indicate that it's been a long time since the fallout, but I'm still not convinced. Didn't quite mean to destroy my cover.
Yeah, I did that. What do you think about that, huh?
The other good thing about Hog Rush is it gives you like a turn in case one of your people misses. It lets you recover
over here
from a random number generator miss.
I got this one.
You coming?
What's his? Hidden. Okay. I might just quickly swap these guys. She's fine from high ground. Let's see what Dux's is. Okay. Still good, okay, good. I mean, I know it's just a game mechanic, but it's kind of funny to see the huge boar sneaking around. This is where I can get the guy from. Weapon range 10, range 13, weapon range 13.
Now it's getting fun.
Enough! Oh man, that was my shot.
Regroup.
The question now is whether I go for the Pyro or Brother Bodin, or Bodin, whatever his name is. I think I'm probably going to go for Bodin.
Split up.
Purely because I'm very scared of the chain lightning ability that they have. I'm not so scared of the fire damage. Let's get comfortable. Get ready for him to walk over. Well, to be fair, the Pyro is not in anyone's awareness circle. I can probably get him by himself. Huh. Sounds like a better plan. Just need for the Bodin to walk away. Come on, brother. Walk along. Outside? It's very close. You walk just a little bit further away. Let's see. Upgrading his health. See, one more point for this. I think I'll go for run gun next. Okay, he's walking away. See how this goes. I have a feeling it's going to be within the range. Ah, yes, it was. Yeah. Well, not screw of bits.
Yeah.
My disciples, you're my stalker.
This is probably when we're gonna die. Like, didn't do the smart thing.
So.
Okay, Foreman, what can you do? Let's go here. Spread out a bit. Ah, he moved? Wasn't he in the...
Oh, you little pixie scammer! Kill you!
I had him in the center, the roots. What? That's not fair.
Gotcha.
Oh crap.
I'm hit.
Oh, I forget about that. Yeah, this is going to be the death of me. Let's see. Yeah, I can do this.
I grant you the power!
Oh no. That's not good. Oh, only 3, that's not too bad.
Oh, I'm wounded.
Okay, let's go here.
Not today, dickwife.
Well, I need to heal you. What can we do here? is I can't see if... because Dux is going to die if he moves. In theory, he shouldn't be able to shoot me. Let's see.
Be gone from here, demons!
Oh, what?
Come, filthy! Come here!
Well...
Mutant down. So good!
Here, buddy. Let me help you.
Thank you.
Thankfully, I'm able to do this.
Up and at 'em, soldier.
Thank you.
He shouldn't be able to shoot now, that guy. I load or heal? Let's go with heal, and then I can reload this time. Well, dude, that's fine. I'm okay with that. This fight would have gone a lot easier if I had taken my own advice. And hit the brother with the hog rush. Why not? I can use my... I don't use it very often.
Yeah, I did that. What do you think about that, huh?
The moth wings come in handy sometimes like that. And what I found is kind of funny is that if you're in a multi-layered structure, you can go above the next level, and then it will drop you on the top, the uppermost level. Kind kind of bullshit how far that goes. Okay, let's get closer first. %, isn't great. 50% is not bad. It's running away. It's not fair. Baldwin's not got any movement at all, he's rubbish in that sense. Does anyone have a grenade? Ah, you do.
Yeah.
Can you feel the darkness?
I don't know, can I?
Totally insane.
Okay, that was, as I said, I expected it to be a bit of a difficult fight.
Hey, follow me.
I survived, which on Iron Man mode is quite, yeah, it's good. I mean, I've only been playing for like almost 3 hours, so it's not so bad in terms of time loss. Did I take it up over here?
Hey, I've seen these before. You need to lick the top to see if it still works.
The ancients used these to run lights and machines. Prip will give us a good deal on this one. It still holds power.
Ducks, don't play with that thing. We're bringing it back to Prep.
Like I can't feel my tongue. Hey, it's not funny.
somewhere here. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah, that key is for this this dock over here. There should be some more medkit and stuff like that. Scrap and things. Give him the pyro armor. I think I'm good. My arsenal is improving a lot here. Really useful. Later in the game, that's the equivalent of the hog rush for the robots, especially the Z600 and Z800s. You fire off one of them, and then you have weapons with various different things. What you call them? EMP buffs. You can keep a robotic enemy stun locked for long enough to kill them.
I didn't catch what you were saying back there, Selma. Where was Hammond going?
The House of Bones. We're almost there.
And why, pray tell, do they call it the House of Bones?
It's a big house full of dead people.
Oh, fantastic. Borman, don't lie to me. You do not want to be doing this right now.
What I want and what I need are two different things. We need to find Hammond. So shut up and get your head in the game.
scrap around this. Just a frozen body.
So cold up in these parts, I can't feel my beak.
Yeah, I've never been this far north before. I feel cold to the bone.
Elder Almighty. A mountain of body bags. This is just horrible.
Looks like the nukes went off halfway through burying all these people.
Holy Ancient's power! Do you feel it? Let us now gather at the sacred site for the ritual sacrifice.
Although, why you'd be burying all these people at a school or just outside of a school is beyond me.
Machine
did
not contain the sacred numbers. But fear not, my children. The machine led a stalker to us. A smart stalker whose mind holds the secrets we need. The smart stalker will show us where the sacred numbers are kept. Tonight, we will sacrifice his companion's life. The Ark has spilled our blood. Tonight, we...
Got in just in time now before we discovered this. We saw ducks.
Hi there.
Excellent.
Nailed it.
A stalker who hunts my children. Now he is the hunted. He is the...
Is the what? Hello? I didn't cancel you. Okay, that was one instance where the game cuts me off. It wasn't normal. I do like how it's not just normal English speaking land. Let's go around the other side of them. Let's get this fence.
serves you right!
You ain't half bad for a newbie.
I need to be a bit careful here because there are two distinct groups of people, and if I trigger one of them, there's a chance I can trigger the other one as well.
This is it. The House of Bones. See this symbol on the signs? Means danger. You finally figured out how to use that thing?
This is also yet another game where there's lots of that 80s synth music work going on. There's quite a resurgence of it recently. You even hear it in Sekiro as well. It's quite an interesting trend. I would quite like some games to do something different, but you know, let's see. Pretty sure there should be a guy walking up here.
That building there? The House of Bones. It was a fortress full of tiny, flesh-eating monsters called students. They came here every day to learn how to become bigger monsters. Now you hear the story. I don't hear the story, I see the story. I went inside and I saw all these drawings of monsters and flying machines and gross stuff. Scary stuff.
I'm always a bit scared when that happens that I'm gonna get caught, but it seems like it might be super. Because you'd think destroying something by running through it would be quite loud and would alert people to it, but apparently not.
They had it coming.
Let's see if I can get this guy on his own.
Wait here.
Does that hurt?
Back off!
Great work!
up there. Silly woman. Oh.
I got this one. Regroup.
That could have been like a never-ending kind of Benny Hill chase scene.
Stay put.
Here we have a medbot. This would be an excellent time to use my newfound ability to disable them, because I hate the medbots. I have to change my my ability. Yeah, you only have a slot for one major mutation, one minor mutation, and one I forget what it's called. It's called the passive mutation. And if you look at the skill tree, they're all different shapes. So the majors are hexagons, the minors are squares, and the passives are circles. I think. Now I'm damage. Don't have a great chance to hit. What? Yeah, I think the feature where you can choose to back out of an engagement before, because in case you haven't selected the correct mutations or the best hiding place or whatever, is really useful. Without it, it would have been quite a different game. That'll do.
Come on.
I think that on this particular playthrough, given I'm doing an Iron Man, when your companions are kind of running around behind you, it doesn't really count towards being detected, which I think is good. So I know there are two people up here. I can't see them, but they're up there somewhere. Ah, there they are. And there's only one way up there if you don't have the jump ability, and that's right round the other side over here. Just let them catch up.
Why do we have to stay and watch the ugly art, man? They can't keep us here. I want to party too.
Yeah, we party. We can party on this man's face. Cut it real quick.
Spread out.
Wouldn't make his face uglier, would it? This man fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
That's ugly. Ugly Hawkman.
Yeah, they're not really the smartest, are they? Ah, he scared me.
Now it's getting fun.
Selma? I'll put it on Overwatch.
The stalkers.
Don't it? Oh, does that hurt? Nailed it.
Ah, he heard me. Damn it. Not too bad. That's good, as well. Not bad.
Yeah! We did it!
What do we have here? Is that thing? This guy has to come. Oh, there are two ladders here. Okay, right. So let's put it here. I think you want to
Overwatch.
Ah, but he's not smart. Oh wait, you're on fire? I didn't realise that.
Overwatch. Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Ah, there's another ladder here which I did not know. Okay, let's go this way.
Overwatch.
Okay, so there are actually more
Overwatch.
ways into this place than I actually even realised.
Overwatch.
Pyros!
He alerted everyone else. Ah, crap. Ah, I didn't get both the triggered Overwatches. Ah, bloody Skog. Ah. Not what I need. Okay. I need to kill this guy so I can get my Hogwarts back.
Feel that?
Oh, come on. Ducks. Sometimes you're terrible. Oh, boy. Oh, wrong weapon. Haha.
You are my messenger of death!
Well, okay, that's not too good.
Once, we need it!
No.
I'm bleeding
One of
here.
our brothers
Feels so good.
Well, okay. Ah, but I killed the guy, so why didn't I get a second rifle? Really? Ah, okay. Well, let's do it this way. The question I have now is whether I go with...
Lay down your weapons and join us!
Show me.
Oh man. Oh, this is not good.
Got me.
I'm it.
Oh.
One of ours is down.
Our bomb is not dead. So, revive ducks.
Let me patch you up.
Not too shabby.
Kill you as well.
Nasty wound. Let me fix it.
It's kind of bullshit.
Got you.
Got that, Rodhead. Nice.
Well, Davey. No, running away. This guy though. Paint him out.
Got me! That
Hurt
hurts!
it.
So. Let's get this guy.
That's hard!
next turn he should be dead.
Damn it! I'm hit.
Frickin' stinks.
Let's see out here. Ah, but wait, stupid. Why did I do this? Ah, without a choice.
I am a warrior up in
That's right, because
this
she's already
bitch.
on fire, so it doesn't matter.
I'm bleeding here.
Okay, so you need to move out here, and then you need to heal. That's my last health pack, so I need to be really careful. I need to kill this guy ASAP.
What you got?
Hi there.
I'm just trying to imagine the force of a weapon that can knock someone through a wall, and the guy's still alive. I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Go fight it.
Oh, come on, it's a big jump.
Totally insane.
That is totally insane, I agree.
Come on.
Everybody regroup. Whew. See, if I had been able to engage them separately and not had that third guy alerted, it would have been much easier. I have a feeling there's still a guy over there. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought there was a tank on this level, but maybe not.
Defibrillator. There's instructions to use this on somebody who's lying down. Maybe something to aid sleep or to relax.
Relaxing. Maybe I'll use it to unwind when I get back to the Ark.
Let's split up.
This is what I want. think this early in the game, the shotgun is one of the better weapons. So I can switch this. Actually.
Remnants of some strange, colorful tribe.
I think I must have killed them all. Okay. Yeah, but that was quite close. I'm not. I think that I don't know what happens if you have a person down at the end of combat, whether they automatically heal, or whether you actually need to still heal them with the health kits.
The smell of gunpowder fades. We're safe, for now. We free the prisoner. He's a stalker named Magnus. Part of Hammond's team. Selma's partner. Magnus is a mutant too. Not on the outside, but on the inside. He's got powers. Mind powers. But he's not insane like the Nova sect. He's calm, real calm, tuned into some frequency only he can hear. Magnus tells his tale. Him and Hammond were ambushed by the Nova sect. Nova sect heard about Hammond. Heard he could talk to machines. Get machines going. So they left Magnus here to die, and took Hammond south to their hangout. They call it the Spear of Heaven. Nova sect would make Hammond interpret the gifts of the ancients and open the gates to Eden. Whatever that means. Magnus thinks they're gonna blow up the zone and take the Ark with them. I suggest we rescue Hammond before something goes boom. Selma and Magnus agree. Even ducks.
So I'd never actually really used Magnus on my first playthrough. In terms of, okay, he does bring a Rambino to your squad, which is actually very useful. In terms of powers, I don't think I need to. I actually need to get the Chain Lightning achievement, so I'm going to use them for a while. Ducks, increase your health. Foreman can't do anything anyway, so. I'm gonna go and once I go to this new place, I'm gonna go and get some upgrades back at the Ark. Wonder which route the guys, the Novasect guys took Hammond, because to get to the Spear of Heaven, you can see it's all the way down here. So you would have had to come, I guess, down here, some unspecified route. Let's go back to the Ark.
My brave, fierce stalkers. You make an old man feel young. I heard of your recent exploits, and how your search for Hammond now leads to the Nova Sect's base in the south. They call it the Cathedral, but it is anything but. My brave stalkers, I pray you find Hammond in good health and return him here safely. If the Nova Sect probe Hammond's mind, the Nova Sect's leader, Plutonia, is obsessed with some prophesized doomsday that never comes. The end of the world isn't coming fast enough, so Plutonia wants to jumpstart Armageddon with weapons left here by the Ancients. Weapons that tore this place apart. Weapons Hammond could be forced to restart. To worship the Ancients is to worship death. We are the lights that never go out. We are the Ark. And you will save us all. May your search for Hammond continue in complete safety. Thank you for letting this old man ramble.
Yeah.
Go in peace.
Yes, I will, don't worry. He does kind of take a long time to get to the point, doesn't he?
Well, look what the Zone Wolf dragged in. Good to see you. See ya.
Those two are important for the next, or for this Itza and Sala.
Hear those zone dogs are getting big. I mean, big. I hear they can knock you down if they get a running start. So don't go petting them or anything. And they travel in packs. So if you see a dog barking for his buddies, get the hell out of there. That advice is free of charge.
Right, so... any weapons I can sell? Let's see.
Take it easy.
Let's go and see Iridia.
Those Nova Sec.
Oh, I don't quite have 350.
Safe travels.
Welcome to the Fix Pit. My name's Delta. Bye.
Welcome. If you want zone gear, I've got it. Bye.
I think that's all I can do, really.
If you're here to pick through my dad's stuff, it's been picked clean, okay? But if you want a fix or an upgrade, talk to me.
Go with... Oh, they're both 50. I'm misreading.
Bye.
Okay, right, so heading back up north.
Have you heard that old legend? The two star-crossed lovers, Izza and Thala, ran away to a lost palace. It's supposed to be around here. Who thinks this is the palace up ahead?
Was that the legend about Izza and Thala and all the loot they were hiding away in the lost palace? Because that's the story I'm interested in.
These star-crossed lovers better have some supplies. We need them.
We do. Need to upgrade my weapons. I like how he's like all whispering, "Wait here," but then as soon as they kill someone, even when they're in stealth mode, it's like, "Woo!" shouting at the top of their lungs. Is this where it came from? I'm getting confused. Nope, this is not right.
Break up.
But they're way past my level 45. maybe that's where I didn't finish killing the enemies on my other run. So there's no way I would have been level 45 when I did this area the first time. This encounter should be more manageable, I think. I kind of messed it up the first time. I alerted everyone to my presence. But I'm pretty sure there's a way I can get the shaman by himself.
That's what Snubble said. And Bilge and Mockley. Now Snubble, Bilge, and Mockley have no heads because they ran. Mockley had 1 foot. How can he run? We are faster than Mockley. We will make it.
Well, look at that. Izza and Fala. The fairy tales are true, huh?
Except they forgot to block off the pizza and falafel so you can see the whole word. Okay, I'm going to ignore those ghouls for the time being. I'm going to go and kill these police bots.
Just what I need. A bunch of metal men looking for trouble. Probably the ones who killed all these ghouls.
Go on, move along.
Split up.
Should be over here. Magnus. Oh. Quick.
I did that. What do you think about that, huh?
See, my chain lightning is nowhere near as powerful as the one.
Regroup.
Okay, not so bad. 40 came closer. I don't know how a robot gets knocked out, but I'll take it. It's okay. Seems like there's no friendly fire. I haven't had an area effect ability before. What? Okay. And you just move slightly closer. I don't know if you all saw that as well, but it's a little bit scary.
That had to hurt.
Okay, let's just move Pullman back slightly. So I don't trust.
Don't it?
I'll do.
With me.
Yeah, once you have that, the hog rush ability and the EMP ability on either Pharaoh or Ducks, then you can really take out a lot of enemies individually. Okay, you have a couple of rounds where you're just shooting mindlessly. The tank's walking.
Stay put.
With the hunters. I saw the tank who was walking with someone else. Okay. What's this back? This is the artifact.
Get your asses over here. Wait here. Guess those rot heads are hiding from the metal men.
No.
Come on.
Oh, so yeah, no. Apparently,
Spread out.
I'll get to do that.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Why is it that turning on the torch is really annoying? I don't know why it does it. There's the shaman. Okay, should be enough space.
Now it's getting fun.
The difficult thing is not to trigger the sound because I'll get the extra guys
Now
coming in.
that was a good kill.
And I don't have enough medkits to do with that, I don't think.
On me!
Yeah. I should be fine. If I circle around and get that guy on his own, then I shouldn't have any trouble at all.
Ow!
Oh, stop it.
Wait here.
In theory, you should walk over here in a minute. Let's see. Too fast. Ah, I triggered the tank. Never mind. Thought it would have been out of range. Let's see how I do this. Problem I have at the moment is I don't think I have the armor, which allows me to negate being knocked over. Let's do this one. I was just trying to increase my critical chance. I thought maybe it would have apparently not.
Get the fat one! Okay, boss!
Ah, shit. It's not good when Borman goes down because he's my main damage dealer now. So that's...
I did that. What do you think about that, huh?
It's fine. He just charged the tree? That's not normal. I can't really explain why he did that. Except maybe he was enraged with the fire or something? Very strange.
Does that hurt?
Do. I hope so. I seem to have found another bug as well because there's a tracer from when he fired before. Oh dear, ducks. Oh, he missed. Oh wow, okay. I'll take that. Borman, come on. I need you to kill this guy. Do you? Oh, what? Everyone's getting behind cover for this.
Bye-bye.
I hated that asshole.
Did you? He didn't even fire at you.
Follow me. Wait here.
Let me just see if there's anything I missed upstairs. Didn't. Ah, no, is it actually destroyed or is it just not loading? Oh, it's just, it's destroyed. Okay.
Hey guys, come here.
Ah, good, so I can sell all the pipe now. I think that's everything from this area. Apart from those zone dogs. Okay, well, I guess back to the Arctices. Because the Rot Warren is too high level for me. I've done everything else, so I have to go down south to the Iron Serpent. I think I'm going to upgrade my stuff and then call it a day.
Well, look what the Zone Wolf dragged in. Good to see you.
Ah, it's 2 to 3. Oh no, 1, that's why.
See ya!
You want something? Talk to me.
So, I can sell one of these. If I stick... Ah, 2 shorts is kind of a shame.
Later, stalkers.
Let's see if I can't finally get out of scrap.
Welcome. If you want zone gear, I've got it. Until next time.
It's frustratingly close to 60. Let's see, Borman. Oh, I'm going to call it a day. See you next time.